Well, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am Nick. That's Ryan. That's Ty.
That's right.
All right, so we are finally getting to the Beatles.
It's about time.
We would have already reacted to them, but we thought that they were kind of hard to get through copyright. We had a list of bands where we thought, look, you can't do them. We looked around. It's not really that true.
Yeah.
We're just going to try it. We're testing YouTube.
You may never see this on YouTube. You might see this on something completely different in the future. I don't know, but we're going to try. They are probably the most popular and influential band in history.
Yes.
Any artist or band you can think of, chances are they were influenced by the Beatles. If they weren't, they were influenced by somebody else that was influenced by the Beatles. So this will obviously be a long intro. Not going to be able to get to everything. There's a million gazillion facts about the Beatles.
And if you don't like it, just fast forward to the song.
Exactly. The Beatles were an English rock band formed in Liverpool in 1960 with a lineup consisting of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. They are regarded as the most influential band of all time and were integral to the development of 1960s counterculture and popular music's recognition as an art form rooted in skiffle, beat, and 1950s rock and roll. Their sound incorporated elements of classical music and traditional pop in innovative ways. The band later explored music styles ranging from ballads and Indian music to psychedelia and hard rock. So there's no question about it. They were not afraid to experiment. And I'm not just talking about music either. They were often publicized as leaders of the era's youth and socio-cultural movements. So yes, they have done it all. When they first came onto the scene, people lost their minds, particularly women, who would scream at the top of their lungs when they saw them in person. There were people that believed that they had supernatural healing powers.
Oh my goodness.
That's how crazy it got. That's how huge they became. And those events were labeled as Beatlemania. And eventually they acquired the nickname the Fab Four. They were only together for 10 years. They broke up in 1970. From what I've read, they just weren't on the same page anymore. Got tired of touring.
It happens.
All of them eventually went on to have solo careers, and they all had success in that regard too. John Lennon was murdered in 1980, and George Harrison died of lung cancer in 2001. Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr remained musically active. They made 13 studio albums and one compilation album. They're in every Hall of Fame you can think of. I mean, they have awards out the wazoo. I mean, it's just like SpongeBob's closet. There's just trophies just falling all over the place. They have the most #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 and an estimated record sales of 600 million units. I said it slow on purpose. 600 million units. And that makes them the best-selling music act of all time. #1. With so many hits, it's not really easy to pick. Where do you go?
Yeah, you just put a name in a bag and pull it out.
Yep.
But I'm just going to start with their early days. A Hard Day's Night. Have you guys heard this song?
Yes, I have. How have I not?
Ryan?
Why'd you say it like that? I'm pretty sure I have. It sounds familiar.
So the title was taken from an expression Ringo used to say. We went to do a job, and we worked all day, and we happened to work all night. I came up still thinking it was day, I suppose, and I said, it's been a hard day, and I looked around and saw it was dark, so I said, night. So they worked so hard, they didn't even know what time of day it was. John Lennon wrote this song, and it won a Grammy for Best Performance by a Vocal Group. This is from the third album of the same name, released in 1964. I love the film strip album cover. Something that I noticed about the album is that all the tracks are short. I think this album is under 30 minutes long. You can listen to this album while you're on lunch. This song is the opener, and the album went 4 times platinum. Let's do it. The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night.
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. You know I work all day to get your money to buy a thing, and it's worth it just to hear you say you're gonna give me everything. So why on earth should I moan? 'Cause when I get you alone, you know I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight, yeah. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day.
It just goes. Just has a nice cascading flow to it. It's impetuous. Look that word up.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't know what that word means.
And of course, it's catchy. And just like we said in Journey Separate Ways, it kind of has that lingering guitar type of sound to it, which I really like. And I've noticed a lot of percussion. And there are times where you were like, oh, bongos.
Bongos, yeah.
And people are like, no, they're not bongos. They're this or they're congas. But I'm pretty sure this time it's bongos.
No, this is bongos. I know what bongos are, and these are bongos.
And also cowbell. You know Ringo had fun with this one. Cowbell, drums, bongos. I'm in, baby. Let's go. And there's no chorus. We don't have time for a chorus. We're out here working. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Let's go. But it's all worth it because at the end of the day, I get to come home to you.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, that's what they're saying.
Oh, so he's talking to me personally.
If I was coming home to you, I don't think you'd be cooking for me. And I've always loved John and Paul's duo vocals. And I especially like John's because I've noticed, like, especially in his earlier style vocals, he kind of has that grit to his voice. He's got some backbone to it. It kind of reminds me of, like, early punk. Like, very early punk. So it's contrasting styles between those two, but they approached every song differently. And it's groovy, too. I can just picture this song at, like, a 60s dance party. You know, you just walk in, there's people.
Yeah.
Did they do that in the 60s?
That's a little bit later.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's 70s.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
The 70s were great.
This and this came out the same time, baby.
70s.
okay, fine. Well, imagine you're in London in the 60s and you walk into a club and this song's played. So what are people doing then?
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. Come on, Johnny. I know you know this one, buddy. That's exactly what I think.
Like a dog, it's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log, but when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright.
Hey.
So why on earth should I moan? 'Cause when I get you alone, you know I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight, yeah. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log, but when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. You know I feel alright. You know I feel alright.
Can't say I've never heard that last part before.
Yeah, me neither.
Kind of like a starry type of ending.
I have a feeling it probably leads into the next song.
I think maybe they were going for something like a nighttime sort of feel, like good night.
Like they worked all day and the end of the song is the night.
They finally get to go to sleep.
Yeah,
Go to sleep.
Love it though. I think they all contributed here, and I think what appeals to me most, other than it being catchy, is the fact that the tempo was just round the clock. Like I said, it just goes, man. And it's appropriate because when you work hard all day, you're at a constant pace trying to complete your task. Like I said, every song on this album is short, but you have said before that it kind of leaves you wanting more. That's one of the good things about the Beatles is like you can listen to like so much of their music just in one day, like so many songs. For me personally, it's a favorite of theirs.
I like their accents. I don't know why. That's one thing that I've always liked about the Beatles is the accents. You know, hard day's night. You know, it's just, I don't know. And I also like the harmonies. Paul and John had some nice harmonies there. I've always liked Paul's voice. Paul's voice is like one of my top voices of all time.
Even though, like I said, all of their songs are different, but I kind of feel like in this song, Paul's kind of the good cop, and John's kind of more of the bad cop. You know, John's more rough around the edges
Oh, yeah.
in this song, and Paul's just like,
Yeah,
the sweet.
He butters it up.
Yeah.
You want to know what I think of when I hear this song?
Oh, no.
What?
I think of That 70s Show.
This song was in that?
No, I just imagine that kind of scenery. You go into the basement, you know, they got the basement. It's
Yeah.
smoky. You can see you can hear the song playing
So
in the
you're
back. It's
basically-
a chill song.
So you think this is the type of music that the guys that hung out in that '70s show in the basement? This is
This
on?
is something I would hear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
but that scenery, I could see that
Yeah,
with this song.
this is totally in an episode where they're all sitting there in the circle passing
yeah.
the doobie around.
Oh, yeah, it's in the back. Faint though. It's
Yep.
faint.
Yep.
But you can still hear it playing though.
Yep.
Fire.
Yeah.
Plus the bongos, man. Every time it goes, I just it just makes one do this.
And I like the
Keeps the rhythm with it. You know, just it's a nice touch.
and I like the feel alright. You know,
I also
it's
like
real groovy.
I also like the way it says dog.
Working like a dog.
Yeah, I like how he says.
Yeah.
See, it's the accents. The
Yeah.
accents are fire.
I like how he says it.
Oh, it's smoky in that basement, for sure. If it's the Beatles, it's smoky. Okay? From what I've read, part of what made them so appealing is that they were just four wholesome guys, and they didn't take themselves too seriously. You know, they weren't like these big hotshot type of personalities. And they were admired for their hard work. Like I said, they toured all the time, worked very hard on the music. So they were just easy to root for. And the fact that they were only together for 10 years, I mean, that is mind-blowing. You're the number one selling band of all time, and you were together for 10 years. If they were together any longer, it probably could have been billions
Yeah.
in record sales.
World
I mean,
domination.
World
man,
domination.
oh man. But they changed the entire landscape of music, and having that much success in that span of time is just unbelievable. You have to give thanks and tip your cap to them. Icons. Enough said. That's it, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, and as always, please tell us your views.
Thanks for subscribing and hitting that bell.
Peace out.
Find your dreams come true.